Hi everybody, it's Moses again with the ESCA and the Mountain Dew League, which as you already know is the direct pathway into the professional divisions of Counter-Strike. Once you get into the MDL, it doesn't get any easier. There's going to be countless roadblocks against you. The Mountain Dew League is home to some of the most talented teams and players that are currently competing at the semi-pro level. You are not always going to succeed. There are going to be failures. There are going to be struggles that you and your teammates are going to have to overcome together. One of the most legendary players and in-game leaders of all time in all of Counter-Strike is no stranger to these failures. We sat down with Gob B to figure out just what he does to turn those failures into successes, what he does to learn from them in order to improve as an individual and as a teammate.
I take a lot of responsibilities for every loss we take, and I think it's really important for the in-game leader to be really criticize himself for everything he's doing. And if a team loses, he needs to first look at everything. Oh, was it the system, your system that you were developed, or was it like a mistake from your teammate? So in both ways, it's kind of your fault because you need to try to make your teammate as good as he can, and also like try to help him out. So you need to work on both sides. So if you if it's your fault or your fault of your calls, then you need to work on that. And if it's a mistake of your teammate, you need to also help him out. So it's very important for me that after a loss, I need to understand what kind of way I need to deal with the loss. So is it just like a team loss, or is it like probably a loss because a teammate or yourself didn't play as good as he could, or why was the reason behind it? So I taking a lot of responsibilities, but sometimes you also get credit for something your teammate was calling. So sometimes it gets really heated, and other players and also myself getting very heated, and everyone wants to win, and because of this will to win is like very heated, as you said, and it's sometimes very chaotic as well. So we try to calm down. I learned in America, I need to breathe into the belly, 5 seconds, calm down a little bit, try to be a role model, try to be a good teammate, try to make a little bit fun. Obviously it's not working sometimes, but yeah, overall we try to have this kind of approach. The game between us and Penta in the Mountain Dew League final was very important for us, because I can still remember we played the last map was Inferno, and I called horribly. So we were talking about it because it was a long day. I needed to call a lot of overtimes before against Godsend. So we had I was a little bit exhausted. I needed someone to help me out a little bit more. So we were talking about it, and everyone was agreeing, yeah, you didn't call as you normally do, but it's not happening that often, so it's kind of okay. But I'm like, okay, but let's talk about what is the worst scenario. So if I have an off day by calling, what can we do? What kind of strategies do we like me to call then, or is someone else stepping up and making the other calls? So we tried to find a good way to overcome kind of my not good calling day. So it was kind of funny, and also like we didn't see this loss kind of as a big loss. We just saw it as an opportunity to get better. And yeah, in the end we kind of come up with an idea that we also sometimes practice, that I'm calling more of a loose style, so everyone is making more decisions by themselves, and also we have also more go-to strategies on maps. So if I'm not calling as good in the mid round, we have more go-to strategies to go back to. So we learn from the final this kind of stuff. I would say the best development or the most improved player while we played the Mountain Dew League is probably Nex. He didn't have the team play that we had, like, as I say, I mean myself, Tapson and Legia, and he stepped up immensely because he he's very smart. He's much smarter than everyone knows, and he understands much more about tactics than it looks like sometimes. But yeah, and he stepped up very, very much, I think, and also like his way to communicate is very good. He's very he become very good communicator as well. Obviously, sometimes he could talk a little bit more, but we're working on that. But I think this kind of improvement was the kind of the most improved player in our team for that kind of period of time. Talk. You need to talk in a good way to ask your teammates, how could I play it better? How should you play it better, in my opinion? Or just be an open-minded guy. So you will do your mistakes. Your teammate will do mistakes. It will always happen. But how do you approach these mistakes? How do you understand that your teammate needs to do a mistake as well? So you need to be an open guy and always talk. After every loss, we had like open talks, and every time we felt after the loss better than before, because we're like, okay, if we do this now, or if we keep working like we say in this way or this way. So in the end, it's just like you have good teammates, you're an open guy, and hope that you solve the problems together.